Almost from the beginning of capitalism, something was true about it that had also been true about the feudalism before it, the slavery before that, and so on. Every economic system of which we know the history displays pretty much across its entire lifetime a combination of people who love it, celebrate it, approve it, on the one hand, and people who are critical of that same system on the other hand. The critics think we can and should do better. The non-critics, the celebrants, say, no, this is as good as it gets. Let's leave it alone. You really do know that. You know that there were people, for example, in slavery, who thought it was the best system one could have, celebrated it, in countless ways. And you know there were also people who said, my God, we can do better. If you ever study American slavery, you'll know that there were many forces in the United States right from the beginning who didn't like slavery, who thought it clashed with their Christian morality, who thought it clashed with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, who were uncomfortable that the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence are full of phrases about all men created equal and all the rest of it, and clearly the slaves weren't equal. Yeah, there were people who were critical. It took a long time for their criticism to merge with the victims of slavery to provide the basis to overturn it. Yeah, feudalism had its critics. And you know, capitalism had its critics too, right from the beginning. Karl Marx, who developed the criticism to a whole new level that has since inspired 150 years of experiments and practical efforts and theoretical efforts to critique capitalism and go beyond. But even before Marx and alongside of Marx, loads of other people had various kinds of criticisms of capitalism. Some of them wanted to make it a better capitalism. Others said, no, that doesn't work. You have to change the system. Had exactly the same debate inside slavery, inside feudalism, or any of the others. So the socialist tradition took off. Basically, in the early part of the 19th century, it began to develop. 19th century, non-Marxists, other people, and Marx and the people he inspired, all in their different ways, developed the tradition of criticizing capitalism. And it spread all over the world with capitalism. Because you know what the fundamental cause of the critique of capitalism is? Capitalism itself. Wherever it spreads, it brings those who love it, and it brings those who are critical. It inspires people to admire it, and it inspires people to think, we can do better. We're grateful to the people who thought you could do better than slavery, because that helped to get us beyond that. And we're grateful to the critics of feudalism, like Adam Smith, because it helped us get beyond feudalism. And we will likely be grateful someday to the critics of capitalism, myself included, I hope, for having enabled us in a little bit of help to get beyond capitalism.